Hello and welcome back to GregTech New Horizon. This is episode 5 of the Tips and Tricks series. And today we're going to be going over how to find the following. You're going to be looking for tin, which is in cassiterite ore. You're going to be looking for diamonds, most likely, either lapis for calcite and gypsum. So these are the things you're really going to care about early on. The tin, because you're going to mix it with copper and turn it into bronze. So let's get into this and show you how to find these fairly quickly and the easiest way I know how. So let's do it. A lot of times what you'll do is you'll be looking up in the top left of the screen and you'll come across, see how it says an ore chunk all of a sudden? So now you're in an ore chunk. And then you come over and you make an area and you sit there and you dig down, way down. That's what I did here. And I went all the way down there. Now, there's more efficient ways to do that than by digging pits all over your places like this and then having to, correct them and all that. So I'm going to show you a different way that works nicely. So let's show you that. You can use an ore finder. Now, you could do it the other way like I just showed you, where you dig down, but it's a little bit kind of haphazard. You're kind of digging along and you're digging pretty deep, and for the most part, it'll unlock and show you what on your map. If you press this right here, you can turn that on and off, and it'll show you, it'll finally unlock it and say, oh, yep, this is this kind of an ore node, and it'll be all around here. So it's not just this chunk, but it's all these chunks around here, and it kind of centers itself around this. So you could use an ore finder. Well, how do you make one? Let's take a look at the recipe real quick. And it doesn't want to come up. 1 second. That was weird. I had to push the recipe on that. But here it is. You can make the sticks. We know how to make the iron rods. You're going to have to find 2 pieces of redstone. Just through normal mining, you'll be able to find those. And then you'll have your single-use hammer, and you're going to have to make these 2 things. Now, this one, you're going to have to find 1 piece of gold and cook it down in a furnace. And then all you do is turn it into a rod and then put it in this pattern with a file and a hammer, and you'll make that. You'll make the thing. Now, these are a little bit trickier. When I was looking for the recipe for these, it really didn't... I think this was actually it. The iron rod, and let's just confirm that real quick. So it's saying 1 of these, and just 4 of these anyway. Let's see. Yep, just like that. So you're going to make 2 of them, and you'll have the recipe for this. So you're gonna try to find 2 pieces of redstone. This is the very first thing I would use with your first piece of gold and your 2 redstone. Make an ore finder, because that's going to allow you to do the next thing. It's pretty amazing, actually. And you make this. It's going to give you a quest reward. I don't know if it's 1 of each piece, but you're going to be able to pick what you want to look for, or the 1 piece. Ideally, I would pick cassiterite. And that's because it's going to allow you to do this. It's going to allow you to use the ore finder, which all you do is you have it in your hand. Eat some food real quick. You have it in your hand. You point it down, and I think shift right click at the ground. If you have a piece of cassiterite, then you can put it in here like this. And what happens is, I've actually found some cassiterite right up here on the garnetin. These 2 have cassiterite in them. So I'm going to go over that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have the cassiterite in there. So it's detecting cassiterite, but it'll only look down 60 Y level deeper than what you are. So sometimes you're too high up, and the stuff is not in its right possible spot. And you can check that by going like this, push recipe. It'll tell you it's in the 50 to 60 Y level range. So don't go looking for it down at in the 10s or 20s Y level, way deep. And so this should show up if we walk across it. And I did. So I was way up here, and I just came over this way, and it started going crazy. So I said, oh, perfect. And then I dug down. Let's see where I dug down. Right around here somewhere. Not there, but whoa, that's a nice way down. It was right over here. Well, there it is, and I marked it right. Come on. It's right here. Looks like it should be marked a little bit better. So then you dig down, and sure enough, you're going to find the cassiterite in that level where it's at. So let's change that one out now. Oop, not that. There we go. We'll take it out of there, and it'll stop making that noise. Just like that. And then what you want to do is push, and look for it in the 50 to 60. And then you're going to look at it and say, oh, this is a primary. So this is cassiterite, which turns into tin, which we use for, which goes like this, tin with bronze. I think you smash it down, tin dust with 3 coppers that you also smash down with a mortar. You can get just like that, and then you can cook these off, and you'll make bronze, and then you get bronze tools, which I think it's mining level 3 with those, and I'll show you a way to get get that up so that you can actually do diamonds next. So let's go on to the next thing. In an earlier episode, I showed you how to go down to Y level 5 through 20 and basically search for a diamond, the small diamonds, and those come from literally small diamond. But they're so sporadic, it's just so hard to find them. I think it was that one. And it's basically a thing that kind of looks like small diamond ore, sort of like that. And you can get a diamond or 2 out of them that way. The better way, if you can mine the diamonds, is to do this. If you have a diamond ore, you can go ahead and put that in there, but a coal ore will work as well. And this is how you do it. Shift right click, put the coal in there. And then what I did was I started running over the areas, and see how they're in a grid and a pattern with the 2. So you just basically run down this line, run down, and you just I keep on running down the line until it starts making its noise. And sure enough, right over here, I found some coal on the upper, just sitting out on the ground, and that's easy to get. Coal is easy to find. And once I did that, I went over and I found the diamond. I just ran that way, and it started going off. Let's go show you what happened over there. The coal was right here. I just found a bunch on the surface. So then I threw the coal in there. Let's center on us. And here it is. But it didn't have this coal mine or vein area did not have diamond in it. But some of them do. So so then I went over here. And you don't even have to have this in your hotbar, I don't think. Let's see if we can put it up here. Yeah, it'll still make noise up there as well. And sure enough, I dug down. Yikes. Oh, is that a long way? Oh god, that's a long ways down. I should cover that. So now here we are down deeper, and it says diamond, graphite, and coal. So what that goes to show you is some of the other things like coal can be an indicator of diamonds, just like this can be an indicator of this lapis, which will get us calcite. Oh, my voice is going. Now at this point, you should have made bronze, and then if you make bronze, you can put it in the smeltery, smelt it out, and right here, one second, guys, sorry, 1 second. Here it is. And then you can make a copper, a copper pickaxe head, and that'll get you up to at least mining level 3. And then if you find that 1 diamond by looking in the 5 to 20 level, digging out there, you'll get 1 diamond that way. Not necessarily from a diamond ore node area, the chunk, but a regular one. It's hard to get, so if you can get that 1 diamond, I would spend it on that by just putting it in in your Tinker's table over there to upgrade it, and just put that in there with 1 diamond, and it puts the diamond on the tip of that, and you'll get the mining level up to, where does it say? I don't see it on there. Mining level obsidian 5, which is 1 higher than that. It only takes 4. Then you get this right here, and we get diamond like that, just like that. And the rock, and then you can do a bunch of stuff with this as well. Let's take a look at the vein stats on it. There we go. They're between 5 and 20, the diamond ore. But in this case, it's and the weight is 40. What level are we at right now? 5 and 20. Yep, there it is. And it doesn't look like there would be any up there. And that's how far I had to come down. And sure enough, here it is. There's more of it and more of it. And then You could just cook it off and get diamonds that way, or you could macerate it and get diamonds this way. But what does that turn into? Let's see. Diamond dust, and then doesn't look like you can use it as diamonds. You'd have to do something with it. Yeah, I don't know what to. So I would just cook it off at first, but then there must be a way that you can get it back into diamond form, and get more production out of it than just one diamond. But there's the diamonds, and that's how you get them. So use the coal to have as a sneaky way to find the diamond blocks. Cool. And remember to look up the level, the Y level that the item can be found at, so you're not looking in the wrong depth. All right, next up, the gypsum and the calcite. And this is going to be needed for the, I'll show you right over here. I have an entire work table and workstation set up for this. But for the blast furnace, this thing right here, which is going to allow us to get into the steel, into starting making steel. Well, the recipe for this is quite complex. This part isn't so bad, the fireclast, because we make it with the clay and the bricks. We can do bricks. We've done that before. Let's see. Just like that. You know, it's just, it's a lot of clay to make that part. But this is the tricky part right here. See this gypsum dust? To make one of these brick blast oven things, I think it's like 32 bricks you need. Well, that means it's going to be 32 times 6 on here. But then we're going to need 64 of these, it looks like, the gypsum dust. And then we're going to need 64 buckets of concrete. No, 32 buckets. Well, the recipe for this is stone dust. We can make that. Quartz sand is just sand with a mortar. Clay, more clay. So see, you can see where this is going with clay. And then this calcite. So how would you find that? Oh boy. So we're looking for calcite and gypsum. So let's find out how we can find it. The calcite, oddly enough, if you look at this, the recipe for lapis or even sodalite, it looks like these. If you have even one piece of lapis or a sodalite ore or a lazurite ore, I would stick that in your finder thing. So I just stuck that in there, and I went and looked for it to go off. And it took me a while. I ran, oh my God, the places I ran like way out here and all, and back. And then all of a sudden I was running down here and finally it went off right here. So you basically, you look at the thing, you stay in that grid and you just run that way for a long ways. Turn, go back down to this level and then run all the way back with a piece of lapis in that thing. And sure enough, it went off. And there is I wouldn't say a ton, but you have to be a little bit careful about it. Let's see. Do I have a piece of calcite? Let me show you what one of those looks like. 1 second. Nope, that's diamond ore. Here's some. Look at the stats on it. It's between 20 and 50, and it's sporadic. So it's mixed through there. It's not that, it's not like a primary, and unless there's a vein stat that will be primary calcite, that would be great, but there's not that much of it. So much so that I really want to macerate every bit of it. I want to do it through a macerator, through the steam macerators. But this is how you get that. And then gypsum ore can be found along with fullers or the basaltic mineral sands, those things. So what I did was I looked for the mineral sands up there. So I put some in there. I don't even think I had to. I actually found some mineral sands right over here, I think. Yep. And I went down there. Let's see if that one has it. That one has gypsum. So for me, gypsum was easier to find. And let's see if we can look at the stats on that one. Gypsum in this one, it's sporadic 50 to 60. So it's in a narrow band, all this stuff down there. So don't go too deep looking for it. And let's see about the next one over here. Is it going to always be that way? Oh no, it's in the middle there. So that's the second one, mineral, fuller, earth. And then this one is gypsum right in the middle again. Yeah. And do I have any other ones? Nope. So that's how you find I think we've covered all of those. We found out how you find the tin for the bronze. We found out an easy way-ish to find the diamonds by looking for coal. And then the takeaway here is sometimes look for one of the other things by pushing the recipe on the thing you're looking for. I was looking for cassiterite. So look for something else that could be there. And if you have it, go ahead and toss it in there. Toss it in your ore finder and go that route. Not only that, there is another way you can do this. This is kind of tricky, but not really. See this gypsum ore? If I put, oh, not that one. Let's see, calcite. 1 second, I'm going to find it for you. Here it is. Can't find those ores. This is a quest. And what you do is if you can get 60 blacksmith coins and 60 of the technician coins, these are easy to get. These are a little bit harder, but if you get 60 of them, look what it gives you. Literally a choice of any of these. So if you're down to one and you really, really can't find, let's say, some people have lapis is not that hard, but what was it? I think diamonds are hard to find sometimes. Lapis is sometimes hard to find. I don't know. There's a few of them that are hard to find. But if you find one that's hard to find for you, you can just turn this in and then choose your reward. If you're having trouble finding a certain one, so you could do it that way as well. Pretty cool. And I even have a separate little chest over here that's dedicated just to this stuff. And I try to keep one or two of the things that I'm looking for or need or whatever in here, so that if I'm looking for some more of it and for some reason I'm completely out or I need to go find gold, then I'll have it, but I don't want to use up my last one of it. I can even put this over here. Why not? Coal, and just like that. Nice. I hope this has helped you guys. I hope this has helped you guys being able to, when you're trying to look for these things. Those are important because you're going to need a lot of them this is for the bronze tools. This is for the diamonds that you can put a diamond on. See how I put diamonds on all my things now? And then you're going to need diamonds for a lot of other stuff as well. The gypsum and the calcite is going to be the thing that's going to hold you up to make the steel, to make your steel, the brick oven, the blast ovens. Yeah, that's how you're going to make your steel. So we're going to get into that pretty soon. And then we're going to go over work tables. Let's go take a look at that. Cool. These are the forestry work tables. Let's go ahead and open this one up. And currently it's set up to make dough. Well, you can actually have it do multiple recipes, but this one I just set up here for dough. Let's break this thing down. Pickaxe. And let's see if we can set it back down. Does it save the recipe? Nope, that's okay though. So then I'm going to go like this. I'm going to get a bunch of buckets of water. And this is a faster way than the crafting table, once you're able to make a work table. And we'll show you how to make it as well. So we had the flour. And you just go like this. See how it's just indicating that that's the thing. Just like that. And then, so I've said, hey, this is going to be the recipe. And then I click that. And sure enough, now it knows the recipe. So now if I just put all these in here I can double click like that and we'll put them all in here. I can just grab these just like this. And it just made 15 of them. And then I can go back up here. Oops. And I can do another 15 or however many is, there. Let's see. Beautiful. And I think just right here. And it just made that many more. And it's so much faster. And you're going to use these work tables for everything, for circuits, for casing pad, anything that you're making a lot of. This clay that I'm going to be about to make for the blast furnace for these things. I'm going to be making. I'll have a work table just set up with all the recipes, so I can just throw that. Same thing with this. There's going to be a recipe set up, so I don't have to. I can just load up the stuff for it and make it. I don't have to do all of this other stuff. And then I'll just say, okay, this one's dedicated to concrete. And here's the recipe for it. Fairly easy. Now here's the tricky part. All this stuff is very easy to do, but the bookshelves are going to be the hardest part. They're going to be behind two things. The books, sticky glue is kind of hard to make. There's not, unless somebody knows an easy way to make it. I was trying to find some different ways to make it. I haven't found an easy way to make the sticky glue, so I just raided the villages and got the books out of the bookshelves. There are bookshelves, over there. There's still more books. There's lots and lots of books. And I've already made like 5 of these tables, so I'm in good shape there. But the other thing that's going to be needed for this is the wood planks. And the wood planks are made with a compressor, a steam compressor. So to do that, you're going to be in the steam age. You know how to make the wood pulp, the 8 pieces of wood that you mortar down. You put the water in the middle and you make the wood pulp. But you're going to need one of these compressors right over here. And you're going to need, you throw the wood in, you get the wooden planks. And this is how I've actually ran this. Here's the water, this water tank. I think we covered that in the last one. Did we do a water tank? I think I'll show it to you in the next episode. Yep, water tank should be on there in the next episode. And then you're going to make the small boiler. And how I connect that is right through here. And it just connects right on. And then you use a wrench to connect that part right there and that part right there. And I have a wrench just like this. And I have a wrench sitting in here ready to go. And if I shift right click, maybe that'll help as well. But let's see, if I shift right click on that X, it'll put an arrow so the water can only flow like that, so it won't slosh back and forth. But that hasn't been an issue. And then you just make sure that's connected and that's connected to a small coal boiler. And then you have to have a pipe here. And then I put the connections there. Right now I only have that one connected to this because I'm not making anything over here. And I'm going to redo this. And then I made the small steam compressor. And then you want to also right click on a single side, whatever side like this, to let the steam out. And you just throw it in there and it should work as long as you put coal in here and it builds up this. Make sure there's water in there and you're going to be in good shape. And then you're going to start doing compressors. Then you're going to start doing like this. We just macerated this and I think I'm going to smash it down with a hammer. And then I turn that into the gypsum. And that's just how we do this real quick. I'll show you that real quick as well. We'll hammer it down. Instead of macerating it down, we'll just hammer it. And then when I take this, and we're going to throw it in the cauldron to purify it. And how you throw it in the cauldron is just make sure you can throw a whole stack in there. And you just point to the middle with the crosshair and drop that in there, and it turns into the purified, the calcite that we needed, just like that. Pretty nice. Well, I hope that helps. I'm going to go over Steam stuff in the next episode, it looks like, and we'll go from there. There's a lot to go over, but I hope this helps and enjoy. And if you have any questions or comments, or if you say, hey, there's a better way to do this, just let me know in the comments and I'll incorporate that in the next video. If you like this stuff, go ahead and subscribe. Have a good one and enjoy, guys. Because there's more episodes coming. There's so much to go over. I love this mod pack. It's a lot of fun. Have a good one and enjoy, guys.